As the show moves closer to Thanksgiving break, Whoopi Goldberg, the moderator of The View, has had a few difficult weeks. The panelists seemed really sleepy during one segment, though. She snoozes through one hot topic and is spotted dozing off at work. All of the panelists on The View have been tense lately. Whoopi Goldberg recently said that she was embarking on a sex strike and closing her business. Similarly, when Sunny Hostin became too impetuous and cut off Alyssa Farah Griffin from a conversation, Whoopi had to end the show. However, the most of the arguments have all been partially caused by the panelists' intense dissatisfaction over former President Donald Trump's re-election. Joy Behar said that although she isn't in denial, she would never believe that everything is okay. Whoopi couldn't wait and decided to take a brief break on the Tuesday show as the ladies hurried toward a much-needed holiday break. Whoopi Goldberg started a conversation about a viral event that emerged from the Wicked Press Tour during the Hot Topic section. Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande have drawn notice in an interview with Out magazine. People are holding space for the lyrics to the movie's song, Defying Gravity, according to interviewer Tracy Eads-Gilchrist. Apparently, this has struck a chord with people, Whoopi Goldberg remarks nonchalantly.
Why?
I'm not sure. When Ariana and Cynthia acknowledged the movement, Alyssa and Sunny adopted their positions. They were supporting each other by holding hands lightly. They then proceeded to the conversation, breaking character in a fun way. According to Whoopi, it appears that a lot of people are giving the interview their own spin. She also notes that the NYC Gay Men's Chorus and Dancing with the Stars have joined in. Various posts of people acting out the scene were flashed. The chorus then sang a fresh version of the song that they had played. However, Whoopi Goldberg had nothing more to say after introducing the hot topic with little enthusiasm. She then settled into her chair, rested her elbow on the table, and rested her chin on her hand to take a brief break. She closed her eyes and allowed Alyssa Farah Griffin and Sunny Hostin take over. The other people at the table also chuckled and said they didn't understand why this was such a big deal. Sarah Haynes summarizes it in a post from X that highlights how satirical the entire circumstance is. Joy notes that the expressions of the audience were asking, "What the hell?" But Whoopi continued to sleep. But Joy Behar, a participant on The View, asks directly, "What does holding space mean?" But Sunny Hostin was ready to respond. She completed her assignment and brought a definition from Psychology Today. The practice of making space for somebody else's experience and centering them is what fosters listening and empathizing, she explained as she read aloud. Joy cynically asks, "Am I supposed to hold space for Trump supporters now, after the message has been explained?" "Yeah, you have to hold some space," replies Sunny. According to Alyssa, it is significant. However, she also points out that the world needs the press tour becoming unhinged in order to shake off their Trump melancholy. Whoopi Goldberg stretched her neck and seemed to wake up once more as the panelists seemed to finish their comments. Whoopi napped for the duration of this segment, observes Joy. However, Sunny adds, she's making room for herself. It was a typical Wednesday morning at the View studio, where bright lights and the buzz of anticipation greeted the co-hosts as they prepared to dive into another day of hot topics. The stage was pristine, the audience lively, and the atmosphere charged with the energy of a live show. But amidst all this, something unexpected was about to happen. A moment that would go viral, spark debates across social media, and even make headlines. Whoopi Goldberg, a seasoned co-host and the heartbeat of the show, entered the studio with her characteristic ease. Draped in her signature flowing garments and accessorized with a quirky pair of glasses, she was a vision of effortless cool. She greeted Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, Sarah Haynes, and Alyssa Farah Griffin with a warm smile, as she always did. Yet something was different that morning. A subtle yawn escaped her lips during the pre-show briefing, hinting at a sleepless night or, perhaps, an unusual weariness. "Late night," Joy quipped, raising an eyebrow as she sipped her coffee. "You don't even know," Whoopi replied with a chuckle, shaking her head. "I got caught up binge-watching that documentary about ancient aliens. Fascinating stuff, but now I'm paying for it." "Well, coffee's on tap," Sarah chimed in, gesturing toward the green room's beverage station. Whoopi waved her off. "I'm good." Let's just get this show on the road. As the countdown began and the audience clapped in sync with the opening theme, Whoopi settled into her chair at the center of the semicircle table. She adjusted her glasses and glanced at the day's list of topics, which included everything from heated political debates to viral TikTok trends. The first segment kicked off with a spirited discussion about a controversial bill in Congress. Joy was in her element, delivering zingers that had the audience in stitches, while Sunny countered with well-researched points. Alyssa and Sarah added their perspectives, creating a lively back and forth. Whoopi, meanwhile, nodded occasionally, her eyelids growing heavier with each passing moment. It wasn't unusual for her to take a step back and let the others hash it out, but today was different. Her usually sharp interjections were absent, replaced by a serene silence. Then it happened. As the camera panned to Whoopi for her take, the audience, and the millions watching at home, witnessed her head tilt forward, her chin resting gently on her chest. Her glasses slid down the bridge of her nose, and a soft snore escaped her lips. For a second, there was stunned silence. Then Joy burst out laughing.
"Whoopi,
Wake up. This is The View, not nap time," she exclaimed, her voice a mix of amusement and mock indignation. The sudden jolt startled Whoopi awake. She blinked rapidly, pushing her glasses back into place as the audience erupted in laughter. She began, her voice trailing off as she pieced together what had just happened.
Oh no.
I didn't. Oh, yes, you did, Sarah teased, pointing at the monitor that replayed the moment in slow motion. I must have been dreaming about a better world, Whoopi quipped, leaning back with a sly grin. One where I actually got 8 hours of sleep. The crowd roared with laughter, and just like that, the moment became iconic. By the time the show wrapped up, clips of Whoopi's impromptu nap were already circulating online. Memes flooded Twitter, with captions like, "When the tea's not piping enough," and "Me during Zoom meetings." Whoopi, ever the good sport, leaned into the joke. She posted a selfie with a plush pillow on Instagram, captioned, "Caught me slipping." Literally. The post garnered millions of likes and comments, including one from Oprah Winfrey. "Been there, sister." The next day, The View opened with a light-hearted montage of Whoopi's greatest on-air moments, culminating in her now-famous snooze. The segment ended with a tongue-in-cheek PSA, "Stay awake, stay engaged, and if you're Whoopi Goldberg, stay caffeinated." While the public had a field day with the incident, the co-hosts were curious about what had led to Whoopi's rare lapse. In the dressing room after the show, they gathered around her, peppering her with questions. "What's really going on, Whoopi?" Sunny asked, her tone laced with genuine concern. Whoopi sighed, her playful demeanor giving way to a moment of vulnerability. "Honestly, it's just life. Between filming commitments, charity work, and trying to keep up with my grandkids, sleep has taken a back seat. Last night was just the tipping point." Joy nodded knowingly. "You got to take care of yourself, Whoop. Even legends need rest." "You're right," Whoopi admitted. "But I'll tell you what, I'm never watching another documentary about ancient aliens before bed again. That stuff is too good to pause." The incident sparked a broader conversation about work-life balance, even among celebrities. On the following episode of The View, the co-hosts dedicated a segment to the importance of self-care, with Whoopi leading the charge. "We joke about it, but burnout is real," she said, addressing the audience directly. "Whether you're running a household, a business, or a talk show, it's okay to step back and recharge." The conversation resonated with viewers, many of whom shared their own stories of exhaustion and recovery on social media. Whoopi's vulnerability turned a funny mishap into an opportunity for connection, proving once again why she was so beloved. Months later, the moment lived on in pop culture. A coffee brand reached out to Whoopi, offering to sponsor a limited edition blend called Wake Up, Whoopi. She graciously declined but joked about adding it to her Christmas wish list. Meanwhile, fans continued to share the clip, not just as a funny moment, but as a reminder that even icons are human. Whoopi embraced the notoriety, weaving references to her infamous nap into her stand-up routines and even incorporating it into an episode of her scripted TV series. In the grand scheme of things, the incident was a blip on the radar, a brief detour in the storied career of a legend. Yet, it was also a testament to Whoopi's charm and resilience, a reminder that sometimes, even in the middle of a hot topic, it's okay to rest your eyes.